So then in thinking about some of those leaders that we've heard a lot about, like Willie Desatoff, who we all love, Maxie Dorf, can you tell us some of your fondest memories of some of those leaders?
Oh, they're all wonderful. Everyone is wonderful in their own style. I remember we went to a tea dance in Beverly Hills. And
Willie Desatoff danced Willie Desatoff.
But Maxie Dorf was there, and you know,
He's a Balboa dancer.
these fellas have an ego that's, girls, I'm sorry, but the egos are huge. He was standing there on the sidelines, arms akimbo, you know, looking over the crowd, looking for someone he could dance with, because here was Willie at this wonderful tea dance in the 4 o'clock in the afternoon and no one to dance with. And John, God love him, walked up to him and said, "Maxie, Ann can do a great bell." And Maxie looked at me and kind of turned away. John says, "I'm serious, Maxie. You don't know, Ann can dance bell well." So he looked at me, and with this lofty look, he said, "Can you dance that fast?" And I was shy. I said, "Oh, I think so." Well, he said, "Can you dance that fast?" I said, "Yes." So he deigned to go out on the dance floor and we danced up a storm on a cement floor. And if you don't think that's an ankle breaker and high heel shoes, we danced. And the one dance just sort of went into the second dance, and when we finished and came back, in his own inimitable style, John said, "See, I told you so." And he looked at me and just nodded. No thank you, or that was swell, or that was great. So girls, this is what you have to fight.
That was Maxie.
So, we also have with us Lila Desatoff. Lila, did you want to share maybe a story or two about Willie and what it was like to be in that sort of next generation of Balboa followers? What that was like for you coming in?
Well, the good thing was I got to dance with most of the guys that that you saw in the video clips there. A few years later than Ann did, but they were still in their prime. They were absolutely marvelous to dance with, and definitely they all had their own styles. You had to be able to follow anybody doing anything.
True, true, how true.
You know, when I came into the crowd, I was the baby, and so I've been doing this now for longer than a lot of you guys have been alive. So I'm the in-between age now. I'm a tweenager.
Oh, all right, okay.
But I had Ann and Natalie and Dottie to look up to and learn from, and by their example. And
By the way, we went to her wedding to Willie.
yeah, and they were absolutely wonderful to me. Being a little kid coming into their territory, they treated me just marvelous, the same way they do you guys now. So that I'll always be thankful for.
We just don't want Balboa or Lindy to die ever. You know, we just want generations keep bringing. They'll change it a little, but like Steve, this kid right here, right now, he's a hell of a Balboa dancer.
That's Steve Garrett. He's a good one.
The Balboa they did back then, but it's great.
Can't hear you, John.
Oh,
Say that all again.
I can't remember it.
you mean you can't hear my heavy voice?
Not so much.
Well, anyway, I was just saying that Steve, this kid right here, right now, he's a bitch of a Balboa dancer. Real great. But he's changed a lot. What Ann has taught him, he's learned, but he's added to. And she hasn't been able to really teach the girls because they don't listen.
What do you think Ann has to teach the girls that they're not hearing?
How they kick, how to move their feet. I mean, I can dance with anybody in here. And, you know, the girls that do Balboa, I mean, the kids that go into dances now, I'll do Balboa with them and they look like they're just moving. You do Balboa with Ann 10 years ago, and everybody in the joint seemed.
2 months ago.
2 months?
Yeah.
You put me on the shelf 10 years ago. I'm on the shelf.
No, we saw that
We saw the clip of you dancing with Steve at Camp Hollywood just a couple months ago, and
Oh, well,
that was
a
amazing.
challenge.
Yeah. You did it. You looked fantastic. So, do any of you have any questions for Ann? Raise them high. Yes, in the back.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, I was wondering what the modern followers have added to the dance that you like.
So, is there anything we're doing, Ann, that you like?
Anything?
Anything that you see us do that you go, huh, I like that?
Well, the last video you sent me of the competition at the Rendezvous Balboa, I was very pleased to see who won. And I was very pleased to see what they were doing.
Right.
That would be Mickey and Kelly right there, right?
We noticed when we watched that tape that you were both very active and you were dancing, truly dancing. You weren't doing a lot of acrobatics and gimmicks. And we watched your feet. I watched your feet, Kelly.
Very clean.
And you were really moving the way I like to see. I'm tickled to death you won that competition, because maybe now the girls will understand what it takes to be a great bell dancer.
Hip, hip, hooray to that. All right. Any other questions? Don't be shy. Now's your chance. Questions, questions. Who's got a question? Yes. Hang on, Charlie. I'm going to bring the mic right over to you, just like Phil Donahue. You guys remember Phil? Did I look like him?
That side, okay. I was just wondering, do you think it's because the Bal Gals were such a small group that you were able to develop the strong follow, take charge type of attitude because it was a smaller group?
I don't think the small group had anything to do with it. I think that it was a dance that was becoming popular, and because we were dancing to the great bands of the era, the ballrooms were divided. The hip swing dancers were over here, and the not so hip were over on the other side of the room. The bal dancers, the hip swing dancers could only dance extremely fast for just so long. But the bal dancers on the other side, the hip swing dancers would travel across the room and come over to the bal gals on the other side of the room, because we could not only dance very fast. You've seen clips of the go around. Do you know the fast little go around? Let's see, who does it in the clips? Is it Hal that does it?
Yeah, it's Hal.
Anyway, there was what was his name, John? There was one fellow who would run across the dance floor when the very fast music came on, and he'd come in where we were, and he would ask if we would like to Mike Tremini. This boy could do the go-around so fast and so smoothly. We could go so fast that it was, we made wind, actually, a breeze, because we were going around so fast. I haven't seen anyone else do that.
It was done clean.
It was done so beautifully. You didn't tangle your feet. You just sort of, you skimmed around, and it was so fast. I would pull as hard as I could, and he would swing as hard as he could, which doubled the speed. Push and pull doubles the speed. And by the way, gals, you know, I'm old and I'm crippled. I've had back surgery. I have everything wrong with me. I'm like a walking medicine cabinet. But I particularly wore these shoes tonight because I want you all to notice. when you're dancing, your feet are the focal point. Now girls, you have an advantage. You're pretty. You know, your legs are pretty. So you wear pretty shoes. And that accents what you're doing. When your dancing looks more graceful, you look far more attractive, and the men don't get all the attention because you got pretty feet and legs out there.
That's right.
So what you wear on your feet makes a big difference. We danced in 4-inch heels for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And I mean 4-inch heels. And I remember Marge Takier would come to, what was that? Well, anyway, it was a McGee's we went to originally, and she used to wear little ballet flats. So Natalie Esparza and I started working on her, and we talked her into wearing shoes. Then she got interested, and so now she had a whole wardrobe of good-looking shoes, nice shoes, you know, fancy, nice heels, but not flimsy. See, I'm wearing pumps. These shoes are 30 years old. I wouldn't part with them for anything. They've been made and remade and recovered and resold and rehealed, but they make a difference, girls. Your feet are what draw attention when you're dancing, especially if you wear skirts.
And if you're like me and you have really short legs, the heels, they create an illusion. Long legs, hooray!
Oh, that's what that is. I thought you looked at.
Yeah, that's what that is.
What a difference it makes.
I think we, oh, go
Now,
ahead.
shall I tell you why I wore these shoes? I just wanted to make a point, girls. I really did. What you put on your feet when you're dancing makes a big difference. They don't have to be very high, but they have to be feminine. You know, you want to, hey, you're a girl, aren't you? You dance with a fella, or you dance with a girl, whatever. But your shoes make a big difference. Now, of course, I'm crippled. I can't hardly walk across this floor, but I'm vain enough that I wanted to show you.
And you look beautiful.